How you doing, Michael?
How you doing, Russell? You okay?
All right, mate. What you on with?
Oh, it's been a week.
Hey, you want to tell you what lad?
Yeah.
Want to tell your Uncle Porky what's been going on?
Nothing really, man. I've been in hospital with pneumonia.
Have
It's
you?
been a bit, yeah, one of them weeks, man. I'm off work ill at the moment, off sick.
Again?
Yeah.
You don't look, have you lost some weight?
Yeah, because I haven't ate nothing for a week, yeah.
Fucking hell, mate. Yeah, listen, but you lost a stone.
Yeah.
It's easy done,
You
isn't it?
don't eat in hospitals, do you? It's horrible food, isn't it?
What? Listen, it's pig swill, mate. Absolute pig swill. I've got no time for NHS hospitals. They're overrun, aren't they? Nobody knows what they're doing.
I'll be back at the weight, ready for the rematch in no time now.
Tell me about it. I've just started. Well, I've tried. I had two slices of Kingsmill brown bread toast and half a tin of plum tomatoes. And within 60 seconds of coming up here, I've had to bolt down there and shove a spoon down my throat in the toilet for all of the place. I'm like, I don't know when it's fucking going to end. I can't keep no down. I were 150, £151 yesterday, which is not good, is it? Because I was 179 at turn of year, and I thought, I'm all right. Let's just go. I don't know where that £28 gone. That's two stone, isn't it? Since the
Mm.
day. And I'm trying to get as much as I can down. I mean, I've got them on the Peter Fury shakes here. I've got my Scott Brunt tablets, creatine, monohydrate, banana in this, manuka honey. Oh no, runny honey. We don't have manuka up here. We're not rich like you lot down there. It's manuka honey in it in Sutton Coldfield. It's
Yeah.
runny honey up here from Aldi. Banana, bit of peanut butter, but can't keep out down. Other than that, I was nice to see you in Midlands.
And
I
you, mate?
could well, we didn't have much of a drink, did we? A bit little two couple of drinks. It's enough, isn't it? It was
Porky's Corner reunion, wasn't it?
yeah, Porky's Corner, down on your manor. I like it. It's all right. Other than that, obviously your health, because you had a health issue a few years ago, didn't you? Where you were in hospital
Mm.
about 18 months, weren't you?
Mm.
It's not nice to be in your hospital, is it?
No.
It's not nice.
I'm about to sort myself out this morning. I couldn't do, they wanted to keep me in for another 3 days. I was like, nah. Obviously, I don't sound exactly great, but I was like, nah, I'm going home. So I had to sign these paperworks to get me out. I was like, they just give you this form that make you understand that we want to keep you in. And if you discharge yourself, it's your own risk or whatever. So I just signed
Yeah.
it. But I ain't told the work that, so they still think I'm there.
Yeah, well, that's good, mate. Well, I'll put this out in 3 days, and how's that, Michael? I'm sure
They
you'll,
don't watch Porky's Corner at my work, mate.
Michael. Somehow, I think with car you drive and job you've got, I think you'll be all right, mate. So don't you worry about your job, mate. You can give me off with this. No, not all of it, really. Right. I'm just gonna. We'll go straight in. I've got 10 bullet points down. We'll do 5 on each video. I'm just going to go straight in with it because I do. I'm not going to say who, but I do get a few emails from a certain American person. I'm not going to say his position. A certain American guy on the East Coast, who I got on really, really well with. Obviously, I don't think he would have. He would be emailing me. If I did, obviously, I got to know him when I worked for Dennis, and we sort of like kind of like stayed in touch. And the general feeling over there is that Ryan Garcia has been shafted. With his drug test, and there's hell on apparently. And the general mood in America at the moment is that anybody who beats, say, certain promoters, can't mention his name, you know what I'm on about, fighter, that they're all going to be hammered with drug tests. So I don't know what to make of it all. What do you think? Ryan Garcia is saying he's been stitched up with this doping.
Yeah. The only thing for me, I don't know enough about it to comment really, but the only thing I will say, it's came out this morning that the Nandrolone or Nandra whatever, that didn't happen. So that's it said that that didn't fail. It was only the Ostarine. And all these drug tests of Ivada, they all keep flagging the Ostarine up, don't they?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I don't know what to make of it, but what I do know is it's boxing and anything goes. I mean, we all remember back in the day, Mike Tyson admitted in his book peeing into one of them wizard things that already had
Yeah.
water in it, and he just squeezed the water with somebody else's urine into it to pass his test. And he won't get in proper stripped down because what they do with harder, they make sure that they're all stood there watching you pee, front and rear, they stand behind, around you. That was happening with Mike Tyson. He admitted it in his book. So cheating does go on.
Yeah.
So do you think that it's possible that Ryan Garcia got stitched up?
I think both sides are possible, to be honest. I think it's possible that he's cheated and it's possible that he hasn't. You
Yeah.
never know, do you? The only thing is that I don't understand that type of drug that he's taken. You need to be taking it for 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 10 weeks to get a benefit from it. So if he's failed for that, what if he's passed every test for 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks all the way up till fight week and then failed it the day before? Would mean that he's only been taking it for a short amount of time. It wouldn't really do him any benefit to take that in fight week.
And they'll have the best
So,
advisors in the sport of boxing
yeah,
advising them because there's millions of pounds at stake. I mean, he put 2 million quid on himself to win, didn't he? Does that mean
mm,
the bookies, even though they paid him out, are they going to go chasing after him for his money now if he gets moved to a no contest?
I don't know about that either because once
Well,
they've paid him, they don't change the result with the bookies, do they? There was one the other time somebody had a bet on who was that bloke? Joe Fournier to beat Jake Paul. Was it Jake Paul?
Joe Fournier, your weapon, come see me. I'd punch him upside down in that Joe Fournier.
Who
Joe
knocked him
Fournier,
out?
you're a weapon.
KSI, was it? Somebody knocked him out with an elbow. And it got changed to a no contest, but they didn't pay the person back. Whoever had bet on Joe Fournier, they didn't pay him back.
Let me tell you a little story about Mr. Joe Fournier. The people like him and what's wrong with the sport of boxing, right? He paid his way in to a WBA top 10 ranking. Do you know that? He bought that ranking. Didn't you, Joe? Joe, what people won't say is the truth. I know what went on with that, right? He can't fight for toffee, can you, Joe Fournier? He went out with Chloe Simpson the only way he's Essex, didn't he? He bought a ranking and he more or less bought a belt. Guy's biggest fraud in boxing. He's a bigger fraud than Tommy Fury. That's my opinion, mate. Guy's a fraud. And they had that put-up job where David A carried him, didn't they? And they got paid millions, didn't they, in that influencer fight. You remember it?
Mm.
You know, where's the sport heading when you got people like that gate crashing it? I don't know. Send me crazy. But Ryan Garcia, can he fight? Yeah. Did he cheat? I'd say he cheated because it's in his system. But if there's been foul play, it'll send ripples through the sport. But who's going to challenge the big money guys if they are cheating? I mean, is Devin Haney now going to sue for being knocked about? Because basically, he looks to me like he can't hold a shot. Him, he's been knocked
He's been
about.
dropped a few times, yeah.
Yeah, he's got dropped 3 times in that fight. Now, if he's cheated Garcia, if got to be sued, and you know him. It's happened in America. They sue you for farting on a bus over there, don't they? Or spilling a coffee in McDonald's on your lap if it's a certain temperature. So he's gonna get sued. He's been knocked about, Devin Haney, and the guy's cheated. Well, you take legal action because what would happen if he died? Then what?
Well, if it's proven that you've knowingly cheated and you do that, you should go to prison, shouldn't you? But
Yeah.
I mean, if someone died in the ring and you bashed them up while you was on drugs,
Yeah, exactly. And that sort of thing has been going on now for a long time, but we haven't had anybody die. Touch wood. We don't want any deaths in the sport of boxing. But I want to know if Ryan Garcia is correct now. There's other people been shouting and bawling, isn't there, about it? Wasn't there a woman shouting she'd been stitched up as well by a certain promoter? So it's all up in air in it at the moment, but I like Ryan Garcia. He's got balls, hasn't he? And he tells it straight. But if he's cheating,
Yeah.
if he's cheating, I want him run out of the sport, mate. Get your send on, get to food banks if you're skint. You're never going to starve in this world. Come to England. We'll feed you and put you in an hotel. We'll leave all our own Brits on the street starving to death, or up here at food banks in Sheffield. But if you're from another country, you can stop at Hilton.
There's a hotel where I used to live about 20 minutes away from here, and they've just put 500 immigrants in there.
Oh, they're in holiday inn at Warmsworth near where I live. And we've got people from benefits agency buying Renault fast cars from pictures around here that are my pals, 7-seaters, for these families that need to get about. Well, why not? We'll leave our own on street or on bus, but we'll get these cars. Pop, pop, bang. It's all messed up, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's another boring story. Did you actually watch the fight, Ryan Garcia and Devin?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah. I love Ryan Garcia. I think he's brilliant. He makes me laugh. He's got ADHD, same as me. So I love him. I think he's great.
Is he like me when I start bouncing about in this chair? My mum says, "Why do you do that?" Hey, mum, what do you think, mum? I'm not bothered if it's not professional. Gary Lineker don't do it. Gary Lineker's one of them, mum. You're a grip of yourself.
I just think
if you're spinning around in my chair, I had your Skittles that morning, then Russell, didn't you?
I used to be banned from having Skittles when I was a kid.
Terrible from me. When I was addicted to them, still am.
I reckon he knew he hadn't trained properly. Do you know what I mean? Because he had loads of like times off in the fight. Like he fought at the moments that suited him, which to me shows like a massive boxing brain. To be honest, do you know what I mean? He probably knew I'm not fit to go at a serious pace for 12 rounds for whatever reason. Whether I've been drinking, whether I've been smoking weed, whether I haven't trained, whether I can't be bothered, whatever the reasons he might have. And he knew the moments he had to pick to fight, in my opinion. Because there was loads of times in that fight where he wasn't doing anything, or he was losing, or he was just, do you know what I mean? Not really getting battered, but like losing the rounds not on purpose, but just giving them away. And then the moments where he had to fight and he wanted to land something big, he went for it in them moments. Do you know what I mean? He like picked his spots, I think.
Yeah.
I think.
Do you think that Ryan Garcia struggles to keep up a high tempo in the rounds? Because I thought he was taking rounds off.
Yeah, that's what I've just said. But like, I think he was doing it on purpose because he hadn't trained.
He fought in burst, didn't he? And when he fought in burst, he let his hands go, didn't he?
Yeah. When he was going for it, he was throwing loads of punches, but then he'd have like 2-3 rounds where he wouldn't even bear. Like he'd throw 15 punches in about 10 seconds, and then he'd throw 15 punches in the next whole round. Do you know what I mean? But if he knew he hadn't trained, because he didn't do that against Luke Campbell and stuff like that. I know it's a different level of opposition, but he didn't do that before.
I thought Luke Campbell fought well against him, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, when you look back at Luke Campbell's career, he lives in that big house at Ezel, doesn't he, under Humber Bridge? He got a big house and he built some more on there. They're all £1,000,000 a pop down there, so he's done well, but he's only got a Commonwealth title to his name. How messed up is that?
But he was a gold medalist, wasn't he? And he was like,
Yeah, he should have won a world title. Eddie Hills had him from debut in Olympic gold. What did you say, Eddie Hills? About Audley Harrison with gold medal and couldn't win a world title. You would have won a world title with him because he's a gold medalist. Well, you didn't Luke Campbell, did you? Pop, pop, bang. Okay. Christopher Livingston Eubanks. Sizzler. I call him Sizzler. Remember him, Sizzler off Brookside, the gangster back in the day? You won't remember that because you're younger than me. He's got rid of Calla Montana, hasn't he? Sewer rat. They've got rid of him, Eubank, hasn't he? Calla
yeah.
You think that's a good move? Because he hasn't really done no for him, has he, really, Calla?
Not really. What's he had 2 fights with Liam Smith. He fought Liam Williams, didn't he? Who else did he fought under him? Nobody any big fights, is there really? But he didn't deserve a big fight, really. And he would get a big fight because of his name, wouldn't he? Like Uzi fought to deserve a big fight. He keeps calling on about Golovkin and Canelo and all these people, but you've never beat anybody any good that was fit.
Oh,
Like Liam Smith was absolutely ruined, wasn't he, when he fought him?
Golovkin's 42 next birthday, and do you know what he'd do to Eubank? He'd put him on board.
Mm.
He'd end up
He's
on.
retired now, isn't
Hey?
he? He's retired now, isn't
Yeah. Can I give a big shout out to Jake from, is it Birmingham, Wolverhampton, or around that area? I got your age wrong. I said you were late 20s, Jake. You're going to be coming on channel. It's 26. Sorry, Jake. That's mid 20s. We're going to get him on. One of your neighbours. I want somebody from surrounding areas to you. It's a Midlands invasion at the moment, isn't it?
Remember who was here first, Russell?
Hey?
Remember who was here first?
Yeah, yeah. Where are you going on Sunday? West Brom?
West Brom v Southampton in the playoffs, isn't it? Big day, that is.
Yeah. If they do well, they're going to be going back to the Prem then, yeah?
If they beat Southampton, then they have to play at Wembley against either Leeds or Norwich. I don't think they'll make it, to be honest, but it's always a good day out, like.
Leeds have got to be devastated after the start they had to the season, haven't they?
Hmm. And now they're like struggling to go up. It could be West Brom v Leeds at Wembley. That'd be a good day, wouldn't it?
I know. I know somebody who is a Sheffield United fan, and she's devastated about them going down. Absolutely devastated. But they didn't really try Sheffield United this season. Do you think?
Nah. Most goals conceded in the whole Premier League history.
Yeah, I mean when a goal it goes in the net against Sheffield United, the players' heads go down. But they brought Chris Wilder back because he's the man who can. The man who can't. Chris Wilder, the can't man. Anybody who wants it can't get it. There's another Dylan White. They need to give Curtis Woodhouse that job at Sheffield United, I think. At least he's got passion and he's played for them. Do you know what I mean? I was Chris Wilder played for United because I don't know my football that good.
I've got no idea.
George Grovesy boy, he's picking Usyk to do the business next week. What do you think to that? Simon Gordon's had a pop at him.
I agree with him, so I don't know. I think Usyk will win as well. I've had a few comments in the last video when I picked Usyk saying we'll wait to see when Fury wins or whatever, but I think Usyk will win as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the better shape Fury gets in and the lighter that he gets, the better it is for Usyk. Because he's not going to outbox him, is he? Tyson Fury can't outbox him.
No, he's not real to outbox him. He's a southpaw as well. As Tyson struggles with southpaws.
That's what I mean.
He really struggles.
So there's no way he's going to outbox him. Usyk's got way better footwork. So to me, Tyson Fury's chance of winning is to obviously the difference at the moment, like Usyk's a way better boxer than most people that he fights, but Fury's level of boxing is not that bad. He's not like miles in front. He is better than Fury at boxing, but not massively. So if Fury could use his size against him and use his power and strength and lean all over him and do all what he did to Steve Cunningham from round 4 onwards, that's his chance to win. But the lower in weight he goes and just tries to make it like a boxing match, that suits Usyk to me, because there's only one winner in a boxing match.
Usyk.
Yeah.
All them people who keep leaving comments in comment section saying, Porky, oh, Russell, you're going to eat your words and this and that when Fury demolishes Usyk. If Fury does beat Usyk, I'll be first to applaud him if it's fair and it's a decent win. If it's a robbery or whatever, I'll say my bit. But people lose their minds. These Fury fans are fanatics, Michael, absolutely fanatics. So this is what I say to you people who keep telling me Tyson Fury's a goat. Tyson Fury's got a win over Vladimir and he's got 2 wins over Wilder and a win over Steve Cunningham, a cruiserweight old man stepping up. That's it. We don't count Chisoras and Dylan Whites and people like that. He's been on the floor 7 times as a pro. 7 times Tyson Fury's been on the floor. He's there to be hit now. Since he came back after that layoff when he beat Vladimir, he's been down 5 times on the floor. 5 times, right? In 10 fights. I think it's 10 fights. So what's going on here? What's going on? Do you know what I mean? If he's been down 5 times and he's supposed to be in his peak, why is that? I'll tell you why it is, because people are not picking up on it. When Tyson had that irky jerky, you know, when he used to do all that, you remember, don't you, when he fought Vladimir and leading up to that, all he were really were he just used to fumble his way to a win. Am I right, Michael? He
Mm.
do all that irky jerky stuff, got good footwork for a big man. We're not going to take that off him. Well, since he came back, his legs have gone. He can't get up on his toes, right? So he's got to stay there. He's stationary. He's there to be hit. He's not going to be able to dance with Usyk for 12 rounds. Not on your Nelly. While Usyk's peppering him for all angles. So, my own personal opinion is this. Fury's going to come out swinging. He's going to want to get it over and done with quick. That's what I personally think. There's a couple of people I know whose names I'm not going to mention on here. They're saying definitely he's going to come out swingers. He's not going to want to be in a chess match with him for 12 rounds because he hasn't got the legs to do it. We've just seen this since he's come back. And Garneau dropped him. Wilder's had him down 4 times. A man with no footwork. What's Usyk going to do? Usyk's got power. He might not hit as hard as Wilder, but he can get in and out, can't he? He's hard to nail, Usyk, and when he does get nailed, he can take it. I see Usyk overwhelming him. I see him tiring him out and stopping him. That's why I personally, in my own opinion, and I'm not the only one, that's saying that Fury's going to come out swinging. Hey, could be wrong. I don't get everything right, but how would you fight him if you're Tyson Fury at the moment, Michael? What would you do?
If I'm Tyson Fury, I'll treat round one as if it's the end of the Steve Cunningham fight and carry on doing exactly the same as what I did in that fight. Walking forward, hands up, cut the ring off, lean all over him, tire him out, use my size, use my strength. Don't come in any lower than 18 stone at all. Be at least 3 stone heavier than him and like maul him basically. But I don't know. I think Usyk's going to win. I think it's 65-35 in Usyk's favour. I think Usyk got just as much chance of stopping Fury as Fury's got chance of stopping him. If I'm wrong, I'll come on here and go, yeah, fair enough. I got it wrong. Great win. No problem. Like, we all give our opinions, don't we? We're not right every time. But I just think I would put pressure on him and fight him going forward if I was Fury, and I wouldn't try and box him at all. I'd try and tire him out, lean all over him and
Bully him.
just, yeah, basically, yeah.
Well,
Elbow him, headbutt him, lean your head on his chin, do all the rough shit on the inside. You know what I mean? Fight like that to him, but I don't know. I'm not Ben Davison and a top trainer, am I? I'm just a bloody bloke who watches it like.
a lot of people who are picking Tyson Fury to win, in my opinion, are picking him. These are boxing people. I'm not having a go at anybody. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but a lot of them, in my opinion, are picking him because they don't want the aggravation of him at shows, and you know, and there's the chance that you might have to work with these people down the line. So Usyk, in my opinion, from all the so-called experts, especially UK experts, has gone under radar. You're not going to get people like the Gad picking Usyk, are you?
No, no chance.
He's basically Fury's PR guy, isn't it, the Gad?
Mm. That's the
Gareth,
thing. He's not really a massive English speaker, is he, Usyk? So they're not going to upset him or offend him, although they're not bothered by his opinion. You know what I mean?
No. But Gareth
So,
as I just said, will pick Tyson if Tyson were going up against Godzilla, but it is
but the only thing is, if Usyk, if Fury fought AJ, it'd be interesting because they'd have a load of splinters, wouldn't they? Because they'd all be sat on the fence that bad. You wouldn't even get one single prediction for the fight, would you? They'd all be going, oh, this really is a 50-50. You've got no idea. Not one single person would give their opinion on that fight.
Listen, let me tell you this: if Fury fights AJ, There'll be no media there. Do you know where they'll all be? In hospital having splinters removed from their arseholes. That's what they'll be doing. I swear to God. That's what they'll be doing. It'd be shocking. Absolutely shocking. Not as
But you
shocking
know, like,
as you, not as shocking as you, Gully, from Boxing King Media, eh? Next time you come down here to see these next door, press my buzzer here, Popper, eh? Slinking into boxing and digging Carl Froch out because he went on about that, who is it, holding Bricktop's hand. What's all that about? Copper, eh? Coppers in boxing. And all these so-called wannabe gangsters snirkling up to him from the sport of boxing. He's old Bill. Get a grip. What we're going to do? We're going to let CID into boxing as well. We've already got Nipper Reed, we're head at border control. One of you know Nick Craze.
I don't
Head
know,
at border control. Who else we got? Les Potts from Sheffield, chief of police at border control, eh? Who refused me my seconds license. You prick. Sorry about that. You know, I lose my cool every now and then, Mike. I have to blow a bit of steam off.
Do you know the only other thing I'll say? Do you know, like, say what we're talking about? Do you know if I was a boxer and a journalist said to me, like, we're doing an interview, and the journalist said to me, like, I think you'll lose, like, I think the other guy's going to win.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be bothered. Everyone's got an opinion. Like, you can't be offended if someone thinks you're going to lose. Not everybody's going to think you're the best person in the world at everything. Do you know what I mean?
People lose the shite over it, don't they?
All you got to do is say, well, I think I'll win and I'll prove you wrong. And if you're right, fair enough. And if I'm right, well, there you go. I don't get what the big offence is if someone thinks you're going to lose. In the UFC, they do it way more. They say, oh, I'm picking him to win. And the fighters sound about it. Like, they seem to have less chip on the shoulder in the UFC than the boxers. Like, if someone picks a boxer to lose, they don't talk to him for the next 5 years. They like ban them from interviews, and it's proper weird. I don't get it.
So first week I started this channel. Right, so it's a true story. This first week I started it. Dennis goes, go down to Steppy Bulls and do some filming. So I went down to Ginger ones, didn't I? Ginger Nuts. I went down to his gym over here in Denby, and they had a former British champion in there, Robbie Barrett, who's a nice enough lad. I've gone in there. This is a true story. He's come up to me. You're Porky, aren't you? I goes, yeah. He goes, you said Lewis Ritson had beat me. I goes, yeah, did he knock you out? Well, you shouldn't be saying that. I said, why am I supposed to sit on the fence with splinters in my arsehole?
That's what I mean. I don't understand. People can have an
It
opinion.
shocked me. It shocked me. And then you were there, weren't you, Curtis? I get on with Curtis now. I speak to him regular. Curtis Woodhouse, and then he goes, oh, Porky, you've got to spar me. I went, oh, yeah, all right then. So we've got a British champion in the ring, light welterweight. So I'm there, fat as a pig, but, you know, I'm not going to back down from little Kurt. So I says, give me gloves then, let's get at it. I thought, okay, I'll be all right here. You know what I mean? I think I might have been about, I don't know, 17, 18 stone. I thought, that should be all right here. A 10 stoner shouldn't be no problem. I thought, oh, I might get peppered here. So I says, give me gloves. And, oh, no, you're all right. Just testing you, aren't they? But Curtis, you had a lucky escape that day. Pop, pop, bang. But now, listen, you can't have an opinion. And I didn't want to offend Robbie Barrett. I didn't know he was going to be there like that day. But I just went, yeah, I did. I picked Ritson to beat you and knock you out. And I put money on it. Next question. What are they going to say? They're going to get, he's going to get stuck into me. And that's what you've got. Now, I see these YouTubers with access. They go to these gyms. And when they're asked who's going to win, they go, oh, I don't know. It's not my job to say it. Sliding in their own shit. And I think, why don't they just say it? Because as soon as they turn that camera off and they go home, or they're in the local with the pals and saying so-and-so is going to win, so-and-so is going to win. But they don't say it on camera, dare they? So that's why my channel's a little bit different. I don't follow the rest. I'm not a sheep like the rest. That's not me. I'll give my opinion. If you don't like it, you. That's how it goes. Okay. You know Errol Spence? I was watching some interviews earlier on. You know what he sounds like? Fucking Deputy Dog, doesn't he? You know that cartoon, Deputy Dog?
No, I've never seen it, but he
That
has got them.
American cartoon, I was fetched up on that, Deputy Don. He sounds like him. Anyway, Derek James is suing him, isn't he?
Don't know.
For
For what?
5 million, yeah. Apparently, he's suing him for 5 million. So I don't know, but I think he's washed up now, when he Spence. I think Crawford.
He obviously didn't live the life though, did he? When he got like a few quid in the bank, he started acting like a bit of an idiot, didn't he? He crashed his car and nearly died driving like an absolute. How he's not dead from that car crash. If you see the state of his car on that night, he was like always drinking all the while. He obviously just let it get to his head, didn't he?
He did.
And at the top level, you can't do that.
Well, yeah, Ferrari, and he got a spider or something, and he got thrown through the roof, didn't he?
Yeah. I still think if, and this might be like totally, you might think I'm delusional, but I still think if Kell Brook didn't fight Golovkin, he would have beat Spence.
There.
Yeah. He wasn't doing that bad in the fight. He was losing by a round or two, and his eye socket went. But I think in the back of his head, he knew his eye socket might go going into that fight. He didn't have the same confidence about him. If he hadn't just been splattered by Golovkin, I reckon he'd have beat Spence.
Yeah, but the first eye socket, the left one, went in the Golovkin fight. They repaired it, and then it had also slightly badly bruised the other one, and Spence just finished it off, didn't he? Because they made him drop down £13, didn't they?
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, I know it was a different eye socket, but his confidence wasn't there, was it? Like you could see him in the fight, like he wasn't. Do you know what I mean? He was like kind of half waiting for something to go wrong, and it wasn't like a one-sided battering, was it? He was a couple of rounds down, but it wasn't like he was getting smashed to pieces. I reckon if he was in his absolute prime before Golovkin, I reckon he'd beat Spence.
Do you feel, Michael, that obviously you took all that weight off before your MMA debut, but do you feel that when you take that weight off and you go to gym, you're not as strong as you were before?
Uh, don't know. I think you see it when you're training. Like you go down the weight. Like I was about 16 stone, and I went down to like 12 and a half. And you can, when you're going down in the training, there'll be like 2 weeks, 3 weeks in the training where you're at your absolute strongest, which is your proper weight, really. Mine was about just under 14 stone, mine was. So them couple of weeks when you're about that weight, you're like strong as fuck. And then the more you keep coming down, you lose it more and more and more.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. Well, recently, obviously, I get weighed every single morning and I have to log it. And but I've noticed like today, I bench press today, chest and triceps today. I'm not bench today. And I usually do. I'm not one of them that likes to jump up every 2 minutes and change weights. I just throw 50, 60 key on, and I'll stick at that, and I'll just like 4 sets of 10. Today on third set, I was like, what's going on here? I felt weak as a kitten. Do you know what I mean? Because there's no in me. I just wondered if were you losing weight, if you noticed it when you were at gym.
There's like a few weeks, like I said, like for me, it's anything between like 14 stone and 13 and a half stone. I feel like strong. And then once I start going below that, you're like got no energy and everything's a struggle really from that point.
Okie dokie. You want to go on to part 2, Michael?
Yeah, nice one.
Right. Thanks for liking or subscribing and leaving a comment. Please join us on part 2. And don't forget to share these videos with your pals on WhatsApp. All right. Max, come and see me. All right. You know where I'm at, Max? Bring me some of that shake stuff where you had milk to. You know, the one that makes you blow up like a balloon. I could do with some, Max. Come and see me, Max, and I'll cash you up. All right. I don't want to get as big as you, though, Max, because I'll not be able to get out of the way at punches when me and Big Ron have our rematch.